Come and roll with us at 10th Planet Omaha and save 25% off your membership by entering code SMALLGUY at checkout. Go to SIMSDojo.com. And fellas, you can also use code SMALLGUY to save 10% off your total purchase at Stageman.com. If you're looking for new underwear, check out Stageman.com. Thanks for being a sponsor. What's up, everybody? It's your man Danelle, aka Small Guy Promotions, aka the Omaha Fattie, coming with another podcast episode of What's Up Omaha. I love when we can bring a guest on from the area to talk a little bit about what they do. Today, we have Jim Stapleton. Hello, Jim.
Hello.
And as
Thanks for having me on, Danelle.
Oh, man, thank you for being on. I appreciate it. And as you see in the background, first impression signs and graphics, that is the business that Jim runs.
That is it.
How long have you been doing that, Jim?
Not long. We opened our doors. I took over the lease here in the Millard area in March. We took a month to prep the building, get everything going, get our website up, and we really hit the ground running probably April 1st of this year. So
nice.
New business in Millard.
And we've been seeing this a lot, new businesses with everything that's going on in the world and in our local communities. But new startup businesses are popping up everywhere. What made you decide like now is the time?
That's a great question. My background has been corporate America. I've been in supply chain operations for more years than I care to admit, 30 plus. And the last 22 years, I was at HP. They moved out of the Omaha area a few years ago. I worked remotely, but there was a lot of pressure to move to Houston, which I kind of did a long distance commute to Houston for a couple of years. I don't recommend that, but it was
very long distance.
Yeah, it's what I did. It's not a lot of fun. It was expensive, not good for a family life or a marriage. And eventually I decided, I think I'll try doing something on my own. So started this sign business. With a lot of the knowledge I gained at HP, because I use a very large format HP printer here for some of the in-house work that we do. And the rest is history. We have been growing monthly since we started. No regrets though thus far, but ups and downs for sure of starting a new business. We're completely local, independent, not a franchise, and are, as I said, growing monthly, which is good.
Yeah, that's definitely good. And I know you have at least one employee. Has your staff grown since we first met?
Great question. And if there's anybody out there who wants to work for a growing sign and graphic company, this is a place to come. Right now, we still have one employee. His name is Tyler. He does it all, including graphic design to vinyl print and lamination to rolling up the sleeves and getting out and installing as well. So
nice.
We're at the point where we are beyond what we can do. So we're looking for some additional employees as well, either with preferably with graphic art experience, but certainly anybody not afraid to get their hands dirty as well and get out and help us install signs.
All right. I'll definitely share any content that you have regarding that. If you have, I haven't seen any posts specific to that, but if you made some, I'll be happy to share.
No posts yet. They'll be coming out, probably toward the end of this year, and looking to hire somebody January 1st-ish. But if the right person's out there, we're ready to hire right now.
All right. I will make sure to include that in the show notes as well.
Excellent. Thanks much. Yeah, there's a link on my website as well for anybody interested to click that link and apply.
Okay. Well, and I want to get into what you kind of mentioned. You said that Tyler can do it all pretty much. You know, when you think of a graphic design place and sign place, you may not know exactly to what extent of services you offer. So you're doing anything from banners, you know, yard signs to like actual signs on buildings, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And more our business has grown to the big electrical signage outdoors. I would say that, you know, revenue wise, that's where the majority of our business is. Order wise, we still do a lot of yard signs or you know, wall graphics, window graphics, vehicle wraps, that sort of thing as well. I mean, we if it's a sign, we do it. If it, you know, from a banner like we did for you for Taste of Omaha,
Yes.
all the way up to, you know, this week we're installing 4 massive electrical channel letter signs out in Columbus for a new construction out there. One of them is 50 feet wide. So
Nice.
It's a pretty broad range of signage we do.
That's pretty great because I mean, like I would never think, you know, for me, I'm such a small time, you know, business or, you know, actually both of my businesses are really small time and I don't need a brick and mortar. So, you know, something like that on that end of the spectrum wouldn't be something that I would need, but it's crazy to think that, yeah, you take care of the little guy like myself, the small guy, to actual bigger brick and mortars. Like that's pretty good.
Yep. We love all customers, especially, and we're very local here. So it's great to be out in the community and working with schools and churches and restaurants and all of the other small businesses as well. It's amazing, really.
Yeah, and you touched on it already. You created the banner for those who don't know. If you've seen the Omaha Fattie banner that I had for Taste of Omaha, like Jim said, you know what? I found Jim. I saw him. I run Small Business Buddies Omaha on Facebook. It's a group. And I had saw that Jim had posted a few times in the group. And I said, you know what, man? I know who I'm going to go to for a sign. I've used other people, or I think I used Vistaprint for my small guy banner. I've gone to a local friend in the past for a little like event flyers and whatnot. But I said, man, this is a great opportunity for me to support another local small business. So let me reach out. And Jim, let me tell you, Jim was so fast with the response time, and not only the response time, but from start to finish completion of the project. I mean, it was a matter of a couple of days.
Yeah, we do everything for, you know, banners and wall graphics and window graphics all in-house here. So we generally have the materials in stock here, so we can turn those things pretty quick. And our printer goes up to 64 inches wide, and it's probably one of the biggest in town for latex print.
Nice. And I will say too, like I love the banner. I know the Omaha Fattie logo is appealing to the eye, but you guys even threw the QR code on there for all the social media contact stuff, and I got so many compliments, and we got so many people that came up to our tent because of that sign. So I can't thank you enough for that.
Well, no, our pleasure. I think you got a great logo too. We love doing that one.
Thank you.
I think that's probably what got people there rather than the banner or our QR code. But that was a fun one to do. We enjoyed doing it, and it was great having you come in here and meeting you as well.
Yeah, and I knew from then, I was like, you know what, I'm so into just, you know, helping people. And then when you make those connections, like they're genuine connections, that's why I like supporting local so much, because you know the bottom line is staying in the community. It's not, you know, going outside of the city or state to some big, like you said before, corporation, where, you know, I still work for a corporation full time, and I'm still trying to figure out how to not do that anymore as well. We actually have been working from home for the last almost 2 years, and we're set to go back here in January. So my goal is to try to figure out how to make everything come together by January so I don't have to go back to work.
Good luck. Good luck. It takes courage to take the leap, but you can do it.
Yes, and I've been building and building for years, and it started off as a side gig. I just wanted something to fulfill me and find some joy in something. I wasn't getting it at work, but work paid the bills. So,
Right.
It's just been progressive as time goes along. I'm like, my kids are getting older. I just want to do what I want to do and have control and not have to worry about answering to someone in an ivory tower, So,
Yeah. Then you're the man in the ivory tower next, and nobody to blame but the guy in the mirror. But it's worth
Yep.
it. I encourage you.
And like I said before, I've been seeing a lot of new businesses pop up, and even people that I know. Like I just saw someone who works at the same place, or I don't know if she's still there now or not, but she made a post on Facebook saying that, after 14 years in the business, she's ready to go. She didn't start another business, but she said that she was taking some kind of leap because it was a totally different industry. So we're seeing a lot of that, whether someone's starting a new business or just changing fields. So it's pretty scary and exciting for a lot of people right now.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, how did you come over the scary part? I mean, it's probably still a little bit scary from time to time.
I'm not over it yet. I thought about it for a year before I decided, all right, let's do this. There's a lot of homework to be done. It costs money. There's just so much to do, but if you don't do it, you'll probably regret it, because it's something that if it doesn't work, you can always go back and do something for the man. But I encourage you and everybody to, if you got a passion or you want to do something on your own, give it a try.
Exactly. I just finished writing a review for the Sugar Makery over in Glenwood and in Council Bluffs, and just going through and writing it. I met with the owner one time, Alexis, and her husband Malcolm. They were corporate people as well. He was still working for the corporation. She decided to take the leap first, and it was her passion in making candy for her dad, who passed away due to cancer. And since he was always a troublemaker for the nurses, he would smooth it over by taking them candy. And towards the end of it, his battle with cancer, she decided to ask him if he would like her to make candies for the nurses. And so after he passed away, she said it took her a while, but she finally got it up in herself to go to the hospital and take the candy to the nurses. And it was just one of those things where she just loves making candy, and the joy that she got from giving things like that to people. And I'm just like, man, that is definitely it. That passion that we talk about, especially when you go through something like a loss. That's what happened with me. My dad passed away, and I said, you know what, man, this 40 hours a week is not all that's in store for me. Like, there's got to be something else.
Absolutely.
And it's a driver.
That's a great story. And it's funny, in this business, I'm seeing stories like that too, because most of my customers are people opening businesses. They need signs. And I've done a few restaurants, people, and other types of new businesses starting up. And there's a lot of great stories out there of people taking a risk and putting up a shingle and starting something. It's pretty encouraging.
Well, and like you said, you thought about it for a year. So, if you've already been thinking about something, and then, the pandemic hits, and you're like, you know what, if not now, then when?
Yeah. And that was a scary part too, because it was the middle of the pandemic when I was like, am I going to take, take some of my retirement savings and put it into a business when nobody's open right now. It turned out to be a pretty good thing, just timing wise.
Yeah.
People who started a year earlier, I feel badly for them. But coming out of the pandemic and starting a business, especially in an area where you're helping other people open up as well. A lot of people moved. A lot of people, restarted somewhere else, need new signs. So,
Yep.
It wasn't nearly as bad for me as it was for people in other industries or people who were stuck a year earlier. That's for sure. My heart goes out to them.
Yeah. And yeah, it's like, how would you know? Like, you start your business, you put all this planning into it, and then COVID hits, and you're just like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Yeah. But again, what you said, you can always go back. It might not be how you planned it, but at least you went out there and tried it, and you found out that, well, hopefully you gained some kind of experience points from doing that, and maybe you can try it again. And that's one thing too about those businesses that are starting up during the pandemic. I keep thinking, if you can make it now, you can make it long term, or at least you have a better chance of making it long term, because this was so unpredictable.
Yeah, very true. It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger too.
Yep. Well, and with your business, as you said, with you helping other businesses, I'm sure that word of mouth gets around, because I know if someone comes to me and says, hey, I need this kind of sign, I'm gonna be like, hey, I know a guy. Talk to Jim, like super fast, efficient, and just really helpful. And I got a good vibe when I came to meet you guys, and I just had it in my mind from that point on that, I'm gonna make sure at some point to see if he wants to be on the podcast.
Fantastic. Yeah, come on back in sometime, because you won't recognize the place. We got signs all over. We've done our own wall murals in here. It's quite a transformation since when you were here last time,
Nice. Well, I'll have to do that. Need to make it out there a little bit more. I'm always traveling for food, so I need to travel to just meet people and say hello to some of the other business friends too.
Yep. And as I said, I've been working with restaurants and getting them open. I got some places for you to go try out.
Oh man, I'm always game. I just made a post yesterday that said, restaurants, like, I see your food post, and I want to make it there. There's just so many good places around the area. It just is going to take me time to get to you. But yeah, I'm always welcome to suggestions for people who say, hey man, this spot is really good. You need to try it out.
Yep. I'll send you a couple.
I will travel for food. That if I live in Papillion, if it's not in Papillion, that's totally fine. And that was one of the things that I touched on in my review for the Sugar Makery. I get a lot of people, not a lot, but a decent amount of people from Council Bluffs who say, hey, how come you never come over to Council Bluffs? And I'm like, well, I don't really, tell me what places I need to go to. I'll come over. Like, if it's good, I'm more than happy to come over and try the food over there. So.
Very good.
Well, so we talked about all the thoughts that go through your experience of opening a new business. You said that there's a lot to learn. It's what some people may not understand is when you have employees, there's like payroll things that you have to go through and learn. It's very intricate. It's not for the weak.
No, it isn't. You can't blame anybody but yourself. Like I said before, you always, when you work for the man, you can blame the man when things aren't going right. And there's just a lot to learn in a short amount of time. But if I can do it, anybody can. So.
Yep. That's how I say it too. And I'm fortunate enough where I'm okay with it just being me. I don't need anyone else at this point in time. Like, if I'm putting on events or whatever else, I can set that all up. It's just, you have to dedicate more time to it. So it's,
you do, and you make a lot of mistakes. It's okay. Just don't make the same mistake 2 or 3 times. Just make sure you learn from them.
Yep. Those learning opportunities. That's another thing from the corporate world is, opportunities for improvement.
Yes.
All right, Jim. So where can we find you guys? I know you're on Facebook, or you're on Instagram or any other social media platforms.
We're everywhere. You can certainly come see us, and that would be at 13522 L Street. That's Old L, out in the Millard area. Our website, even though our name is First Impression Signs and Graphics, the website is omahacustomsigns.com. And we've got, we're also Twitter, Instagram, Google My Business.
Yep.
We're there.
Hitting all the places that you need to be.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And so I know you said that you're kind of in your busy time right now and looking for another associate. Are you backed up on work, or, are you openly taking new clients readily available?
We're getting it done. It depends on the type of work. If you want a big electrical sign, that's not going to be so fast. You got to go through the city permitting process, which can take a month. And I think everybody knows there's global supply chain issues going on that are causing delays in getting raw materials or even fabricated assemblies and things like that. So we're taking all orders. If it's a big thing like that, it could be, 1, 2, even 3 months before it's installed. Things like a window graphic or a wall mural or wall graphics, vehicle wraps, we're still turning those orders really quick. We can usually do them within a couple of days.
Okay, good deal. And I will say it again, like, I'm a satisfied customer. I had a great experience, so I would love to come back. I hope I have some more work that I need done, or I can at least refer someone to you, because I really appreciated the experience, and you were just so available, and we were emailing back and forth, and you were on top of it.
Great. We're ready to wrap your car with your logo now.
Oh, you know what? I had been thinking about that, and at some point in life, that's going to have to happen, I think.
All right. Very good.
Well, any final things that you would like anyone who might hear this or see this, anything you would like them to know?
I think we've pretty much said it all. Come see us. We're open 8 to 5 weekdays. Would love to meet anybody who wants to just pop in. Give us a call for any of your signage needs. We'd love to help. And thanks to Nell. Really appreciate your friendship here, and for the opportunity to have a chat with you on your podcast.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. I'm so glad that you were able to come on, and we can work it out with our schedules and whatnot. So
no problem at all. My pleasure.
Well, as we end every episode, number one, please, if you're watching or listening, subscribe. We love the support. We can't do it without you guys. Well, we can, but we're not going to reach as many people if we don't have you subscribing and sharing. So we appreciate all that help. Smile, help someone else smile, laugh, and help someone else laugh all day, every day. That's what it is. Yeah. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks to Nell.